Okay, so we are on our team PowWow. Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk about, hey Donna, I just saw that you came on, and Keta, was, our sneak peek that's coming up tomorrow. And also too, like, I've been hearing a lot, something from other coaches, and then I've actually been hearing it from like other teams and stuff like that, how like we have so much that's happening. You know what I mean? Like we have the UK that's being launched this week. We had the sneak peek of Double Time last weekend. We have Double Time coming up, coming in November. Then we have the November to Remember, and then we have the sneak peek for 80 days. So it's like I feel like we just have so much that Beachbody is giving us for tools for our business, tools for our own fitness journeys, tools to help people. And I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me, maybe the team, you guys that are on right now don't have that, but do you guys feel kind of like there's just so much that's going on that you don't know like what to focus on? Anybody?
Well, I mean, between nap to clean eating, you have the Double Time.
Yes.
And, your mindset for 80. And it's like it's like right now you really don't know which way to go. And then, like you said, the UK, and I can't even, like I promise you, my mind's probably not even there with UK.
Yeah, no, and I get that. And I haven't, I have been kind of promoting with ads to the UK myself, like trying to get my face out there, because when they first told us that that we were going to the UK, I went to go look at my page to see like how many people from the UK actually like or follow my page. And I had at that time, like 37,000 people, right, on my page that follow me. And out of those 37, I had 26 people that follow my page. So I was like, my first thing was just to get my page, targeted to UK people. But the thing is too, it's like, I think it's really hard if we don't have a good ground here and how we're talking and how we're inviting to our own people. I think it's really hard to focus on the UK, and so I didn't want to really, stress that. But like you said, we had Clean Week, we have Double Time, we have 8-8 session, we have the November to Remember that's coming up that I haven't even looked at the FAQ for, And so
November to November.
Yeah, say November to November, from what I've just kind of glanced over the FAQ, it's basically you partner up with another coach, and it's kind of like a team cup, but you only do it with one other coach. But like there's some like philanthropy part of that, like how much is being created with Success Club is going to be donated to a school something. I said, again, like I understand. And that's the thing. It's like, I try to stay focused on what I can focus on at the moment. And like, so last week and this week has been mostly focusing on getting the sneak peek, people into the sneak peek. And then, once this sneak peek starts starting tomorrow, my focus is going to be, if you look at the calendar, I have a clean week using the new Clean Week that's going to start at the end of the month. So, because basically what I've done with the Clean Week is I replaced the free groups that I would do every month, right? But now I'm going to be doing it with the Clean Week. And usually I like to do my free 5-day whatever group the end of the month, so that I can start transitioning, hopefully some of them to into the VIP group the following month, and have that goal. I always have that goal of like having my addition to new people, or my new theme for the month to invite people to, starting the second Monday of the month. And so, like I said, I was hearing that from other teams and even some coaches on our team. And so I was like, I wanted to address that just because Beachbody is coming out with so many different products, and we got to realize it's like all these things that they're creating for us. And in November, the beginning of November, we have leadership, and there are going to be even more things that they're going to be announcing, tools that we're going to have, that just because they come out right away, we don't have to jump on them right away. Like it's not, once they get, released, they don't go away, so it's not like if you don't get them going on it the very first that it comes out. Like I didn't jump on the Clean Week right away. Like I know a lot of people had a Clean Week that first week, right? I'm not doing mine to the end of the month, because that's just how I need to focus on certain things so I can give my all on whatever my theme is for the month. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you can make sure that you're focusing on, like, that's why I plan the month ahead, you know, and I share my calendar so that, you know, I know what to focus on and I don't get distracted by shiny objects, you know, that I'm not just going over here, oh, I gotta do this one, oh, I gotta do this one. But so I don't get to do 100% on anything if I'm like all over the place. And, you know, and that's the incredible thing that we have is that we are working with a company that is providing us with so many different things to build our business, to help people. But just because it comes out, it has a release date of this certain day, if it doesn't align with who you are, it doesn't align with, I heard somebody mention like the double time. Like that's not really for her market because she's a single person. She doesn't have any children. She doesn't, you know what I mean? So like her being able to market that didn't align with who her people who are following her. So, but we shouldn't feel bad not to have to promote something if it doesn't align with the people that follow you. It doesn't align with the people that you're targeting. And so you just have to figure out what's working for you, what you can be 100% behind so that you can give yourself 100% to it to provide the service that we need to do for the people that we're inviting to our challenge groups or to be inviting to join our team, etc. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't want anybody to be like, oh my God, this guy, because I totally didn't realize that double time was going to be out this week because I've been so focused on trying to get the sneak peek and building the relationships and talking to people about joining the team. My theme right now is recruiting to add more coaches to the team. So, I mean, I made the announcement, but it wasn't like I really invited, and I'm not going to, and we shouldn't, shouldn't have to, like, I don't want anybody to feel like they failed or they feel bad because they didn't do it, but if you're focusing on something, then that's what matters. And so I just want you guys to, like, when you're figuring out, and we have to plan this, because this is our business. So you do need to have a plan of what you're going to be, what's going to be starting, what you're going to invite people to, what you're going to promoting, what you're going to post about, one thing that I was going to do was, like, I was going to pick a couple of recipes from the Clean Week meal plan, and then be able to promote that and that forth. So that's what you have to start thinking about when you have your upcoming things for your month, but that requires you to plan. And I do try to help with that when I share my calendar, use that calendar, use it yourself, join my groups, whatever, but at least it kind of gives you an idea of how you can organize your upcoming month, for November, especially come November, come December, it's going to get even harder with things because it's holidays, it's parties, it's vacation time, you know what I mean? Like, so that doesn't mean that we have, an excuse to, like, oh, well, it's the holidays, it's Thanksgiving, it's Veterans Day, it's Hanukkah, it's Kwanzaa, it's, a day, Thursday. Those aren't reasons, if we're going to build a business, and you guys have to realize too, it is going to be a little bit harder to get people wanting to invest this money that they need for the holidays into a program, into Shakeology, into starting a business, because in their mind, they're like, oh, I don't want to start a business now. I don't want to do this now. I don't want to do this because it's the holidays. But that doesn't mean that you can slack off too, and you're posting and you're being present and you showing that, because even if they don't feel like it's their time right now, come January, everybody is going to feel like it's their time. And if they have seen you be there every single day, posting your workouts every day, posting your food every day, sharing tips of how you're getting through the holidays, and actually showing results that you are not gaining weight during the holidays, then, this is like the planting of the seeds. This is the cultivating of the time, you know what I mean? So that when January comes, they know exactly who to go to when they're ready to make that 2018 resolution when everybody does. But they're only going to come to you is if you're doing the groundwork right now, building that relationships, creating that trust and that credibility right now. So, like I said, I'm just preparing you guys because I know a lot of you guys, this is going to be your first winter's coming. This is going to be your first winter coming. And I know a lot of people can get really discouraged, but you have to realize that it is the season. But as long as you are consistent and showing up every day and showing how you're, Donna's a perfect example of bringing her food on traveling bring her stuff when she does stuff, you know what I mean? Because then they're going to be like, oh, she's really about it. And that's the person that I want to be with when come January, February, when they're ready, you know, and stuff like that. Another thing that I definitely will be mentioning in the sneak peek that's starting next week, on Wednesday, is a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to start a business right now at the end of the year, you know, but that's the thing. This is the time when people want to, because not only, first of all, they're going to get the accountability. Yes?
How will spell everything red?
Okay, right now, Mommy can't do spelling, okay? Mommy's on her call, okay? Okay. So this can be used as their accountability to get through the holiday season. So like if you're talking to people about joining your team, and like I said, I will be mentioning that in the sneak peek, this is the time to use our community as your accountability, right? To stay on point so that you have the results come January, that you got through it. And also too, it's the time to learn and really cultivate and build that relationship so that you're ready for January. Now, if people are like, well, I think I'm just gonna wait till January. Well, that's great that you're gonna wait till January, but all the people that were kicking butt in October, November, December, that's who everybody's gonna go with, not somebody who's brand new on January 15th. You know, and so when you're talking to people, these are points that you can bring up to them if they give you the objection, well, I want to wait till after the holidays. Well, good luck. You know, like that's what, I mean, don't say it that way, but you know what I mean? That's what we have to do. It's like, you know, if you read any books about, you know, from Darren Hardy or Tony Robbins or any kind, even like the people that talk about like stock markets and stuff like that, all the people that are successful always do things when everybody else isn't doing it. So this is the time to do it, because this is the time to make your name, you know, give yourself a name now so that when everybody's doing it, they remember that you got through Thanksgiving and didn't gain any weight, or you had a 3-day refresh to bounce back real quick from it, or you know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there. So definitely make sure, do not let shiny objects get you off your course. We have so many things coming. That's what I was telling Hannah. I was like, we just have so much stuff, you know, like, and it can be really like, you know, inhibiting, like, oh my God, what do I got to focus? I have double time. I have clean week. I have, you know, 80 days little obsession, and then the big obsession, and then the middle obsession, you know, like we just so much stuff. But we have to think so positive and like, thank you, Beachbody, for giving us all these tools. And when we come out of leadership, I'm telling you guys, from what I understand, there's going to be a lot more other stuff that's going to be coming out of there. I'm really excited to find out what's going to be coming. But we have to make sure you're planning your theme of your part of your month, you know what I mean? And that you focus on that no matter what else pretty shiny things come in, because that's going to take you off your focus, and we want to stay focused. Now, that being said, our focus right now is our sneak peek that starts tomorrow. And then also to the UK. And I understand we haven't not really even talked about getting into the UK, but our sneak peek starts tomorrow. We have a couple of people already going to be getting on there and telling their story. Hannah's going to be on there. More than happy to have more people on there. So tomorrow's theme, we have themes for each day. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So tomorrow's theme is all about our story, kind of like how we got started. And so I think right now, Hannah, I think we only have like 2 people signed up right now. I'm not sure. Let me go look.
I did go on there, and
yes.
I signed up for Thursdays.
Yes.
I'm like, well, I did every day, so I don't know which day.
I know. I did every day too. But I mean, and like I said, oh, and the thing is too, okay, you are so cute, huh? Yeah, okay, go with your sister, please. Go turn the fan on for me. Go turn the fan on for me. So the thing is, what we're doing this time, I've said this before, wrong one, babe. But we're actually keeping the exact same group that we had for last month. That way, the people that were on there last month that may not have committed are still going to be in there. Now, if they want to leave, then that's their prerogative. They don't want to be around. But most people forget that they're even in groups half the time. Sometimes I don't even know that I got added to a group. I didn't even know I was in the group. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I tagged you. You didn't see the group. But so we're keeping the same group. We deleted all of the videos. I actually downloaded all the videos and I have it in a Dropbox just because we had some really phenomenal stories in that group. If you guys hadn't seen it, I mean, Hannah did amazing, Robin did amazing, Daphne and Shannon and Sam, like we did really, really good, really good stories. So the theme tomorrow is talking about just our story, like how we got started. And I went pretty long on mine last time. So I'm really going to be focusing more of like how I got started and how I started to take it off, not so much at the end. But more about how I got started and stuff like that. And then Thursday is talking about more of what we do as coaches. And we have coaches coming on. Right now we have me, Hannah, and Shannon coming on Thursday. Definitely have room for more people. And just basically share how you fit Beachbody into your life. Because everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different life. Everything's different, you know. And so we have more people sharing that it could resonate with somebody in that group going, oh, that is kind of like my life. Maybe they have kids. Maybe they don't have kids. Maybe they have babies and young, you know what I mean? So they work full time. They stay home. So we have, you know, so we're sharing that part of like what we do. And then what I'm going to do is, last time we did like a Q&A on Thursday evening, and Hannah, nobody really got on. Nobody really got on for questions. So what I was thinking that instead of doing a Q&A, I would go on and talk about objections, like, you know, common things that we thought of when we first started, you know, just things that we hear all the time, you know, pyramid schemes, selling, I have to be in my certain weight, blah, 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 blah. Kind of just go through that in the evening. And then Friday, it's going to be all about income. And so I'm going to start the day just kind of sharing how we make money. We didn't do this last month, and it was missed. A big chunk of that was missed. And so I'm going to come on and I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's better that I actually come on and try to explain that, or use the Michael Neiman video that explains exactly how we make money? What do you think would be more impactful? Because Michael's he touches on every point, you know what I mean? Since we'll have actual testimonials.
I think Michael's actually was pretty simple.
Yeah. And I think it's to the point.
I think you could go into a little bit on maybe what he doesn't cover on his video, maybe when you do a video, and then share that, because it is more like, are you talking about the one where he uses the figurines?
Yes, yeah.
So it's so visual, but I think also it's very corporate-y too. You know, it's very, so hearing like kind of maybe it's just your story of your, you know, income progression or something. But yeah, I like that video of Michael Neiman's. It's very visual, and I need visual.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people like to see that vision. I was thinking that since hopefully we'll get more people telling their story, that we can do something more corporate-y to start it off, and then have us come in and say, okay, this is what I was able to do, you know, this is from here to here. That's why I was kind of thinking like my video on Thursday wouldn't go into my whole story. It'd just be like how I got started.
See, why don't you use his and then actually this would be kind of helpful, maybe use examples of your own.
Yes.
Take examples of how it works for you, because it's like, yeah, it's corporate-y and it's visual, which is really good, but then sometimes when you actually, you know, relate from your personal experience, like, okay, I got this coach, and then this coach brought on this person, and I think that'll help out a lot more than just even, you know, just him and then you're telling a story. Maybe connect the dots.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was like, I'll do that like the first of the morning, get Friday started, and then like a couple hours later I would come on live, share exactly how things happen in my journey. I also asked Shannon to come on, because she has a really good income success story of like how, you know, with this she was able to stay home. I mean, it hasn't taken over, you know, all her income that she was making in the real estate, but it's actually giving them the option, enough money to stay home, and has been able to help for all the supplements and stuff that her daughter's has needed, and all the doctor visits and all the stuff, you know. That extra income makes it easy, not easy, but at least they're comfortable still without like freaking out that they have all these bills coming on that they are able to, pay for. And anybody else, like, seriously, like, the thing about it is, like, I don't mind sharing my story, and I think it, well, I like my story, but my story for somebody just starting out can be very, very intimidating. And it can be very far-fetched to be like, oh, yes, in 8 years, I made $2 million. I was like, yeah, whatever. But if somebody comes on and says, oh, I've been able to pay for this supplement, or I was able to buy my husband a present, Hannah shared that before. I was able to start doing weekly pedicures or manicures, like that kind of stuff. Like, I think those kind of stories would be really, really impactful as well. So I want to get more people to come on. And like I said, these videos that you guys, share, they don't need to be super duper long, like, I went way too long last month. I was like, I didn't even want to hear myself talk anymore. Like, it was just way too long. So that's why I kind of wanted to do the kind of the breaking things up, So like I said, last month we had amazing videos. Robin Barnes, I don't know about anybody else or anybody else signed up after that, but I know Robin was able, by the time that the sneak peek ended last month, she was able to recruit 3 more coaches, that joined her. And so, it's successful, it works, but we have to get people in there. We need to have more stories in there. And then the whole idea is that we keep it open, keep those videos all month long until we do it again next month. I will do the same thing, download all the videos so we have them saved, and then delete them and then add again, So, so that's kind of like the theme, like we did it last month. I think now we're perfecting it, making it a little bit better, and hopefully we can get more people on to share more stories, and I've been listening to the prosperous coach, and like one of the things that it said on there was like, we need to share results more than just sharing beliefs, and so, even like the the smallest things. And I also think, because one of the things too we did last month, Hannah, was like Friday was more like sharing before and afters, or like physical results, and we didn't really do a lot of that, but I'm wondering if we could like just kind of throw that in throughout instead of having one day for it, just kind of throw in pictures here and there.
Yeah, no, I like that.
So that is our focus this week, we get that going. And then, like I said, my focus for the next coming week is clean week, which I'm going to call it something else. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm not calling it clean week. But I really want to get this, because my focus right now, I got my challenges in the group, for holidays group, which I think we might lose one, Tanya. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I explained to her that wasn't an appropriate comment, and she's like, I understand, and that was it. So I was like, we might be losing her. But I got that. So like my focus right now is more of, recruitment, like adding more coaches to the team. But again, it just comes down to the focus part, and not getting deterred by shiny objects. So what do you guys think? Anybody? Tanya, Donna, you've had amazing transformation since you signed up. You know what I mean? Like, what's your focus? You know what I mean? Like, you've been on it. Like, that would be like a really good show, just to share that you're still starting the business, you're still trying to share and get your own challenge groups, but because of this, you've been able to lose as much weight and actually start feeling focused. You don't have a camel toe anymore. That's just some major things.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been focusing on doing stuff for me. I guess it's part of, I need to learn more of what Beachbody offers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the back office, our products. I know about Shakeology. I know I love it. I know I miss it if I don't take it. But I don't really know. I haven't researched it enough to really see where I can show others how it benefits.
Right there, you just did it. See, that's the thing, when you're going to be talking to people, people are not going to care about what is really in it, or if there's maca, or, I mean, of course there's going to be people that care about like if it's whey or if it has gluten or, you know, that stuff. But honestly, I mean, it really comes down to you, just what you just said right now, that you honestly missed it. It helps you with your day to day, like the things that you notice that you can do now or how you feel now compared to when you weren't drinking it. That is what's going to spark people's attention. And then when they say, hey, yes, I would like to have more information, just go send them a video about Shakeology and let the video tell them the technical part of all the different ingredients in it and how it does it. But people are going to be excited. What's up, Hannah?
I was going to say, if you want to feel more confident, Donna, and because I know I believed in it, but I wanted to know those things just for me, and that confidence that it wasn't just I was having results that other people do. And the Shakeology podcast is a great resource that just gives you more info around like why why it's not like a protein shake. And so when you are talking to people, you can use those things in there. I think it's important to share your story and to share your own belief, like Teresa said. But I know for myself, I wanted to know those things.
Right.
That's
So
good.
the Shakeology podcast really comes in handy.
I forgot about the podcast. And that Donna brought up a really good point. I don't know if you guys saw my post. I don't know, Hannah, have you seen the new Platinum Presenters?
Yeah, I did. I went and signed up. I thought I had signed up for it before, but
I think they had to change platforms. And so I think anybody that had it before, wherever she had it before, everybody kind of had to get a new account. And I'm pretty sure if you listen to her podcast, that she probably made the announcement, but I don't listen to it all the time. But this is so funny because I literally got an email saying I had an account, and I was like, I didn't sign up for an account. This is like a month ago or a few weeks ago. And I sent her a message. I actually posted in the Platinum Presenters group, and I was like, hey, you know, is this actually from you or is this spam? Because it looked kind of spammy, you know? And she was like, oh no, she goes, that was a mistake. Nobody should have got emails because we're just putting all the information over there because we had to change platforms. Because whatever one they were using before was getting shut down. And so that's why I already had access to it. I think anybody that had access to the old one had to go and get new access to it. But Donna and everybody else, like when I was looking at it, it's been like on my to-do list for so long to like redo this training, you know, so that people would get in it and actually do it and it would actually be helpful, you know, and all that stuff. And I would just keep pushing to the next day, like, oh, I can't get to it. I haven't got it, you know, stuff like that. And it was like hanging over my head. And when I saw the way it was laid out and I was looking at the 14-day kickstart that she had and all that stuff, I was like, why am I going to spend my time redoing something that Christine Dwyer has created? Apparently she knows what she's doing because she's like 9-time elite coach. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I going to go think I'm like so cool that I need to go redo something? And it looks a lot better than it was a long time ago. Cause one of the things, nobody's here, been here that long. One of the first things I used to do when I sent that welcome email was go get an account on Platinum Presenters because that's where, you know, all that stuff. But because it was so hard to get into and it was really confusing, I stopped doing that and we started redoing my own. But no, and so that's another thing. I posted it in the group and I can share it with you. I'm actually going to update my checkoff list to start new coaches to be pointed to that for the training instead of the group that we have on Facebook, because that's going to help you get a lot of knowledge of like how to do the business part. You know what I mean? Also too, in our back office, if you go with the new back office, you go under training and product training. They have all the stuff underneath there too. But as far as with Shakeology, Hannah is so right. I forgot about that podcast, but that podcast has Darren O'Lean on there, and they really give you some really good pointers on how to talk to people when they like have maybe an objection or a hesitation or why this goes with this, or even like Hannah said, for your own knowledge to know why is this working so good for me. So that I forgot about that. It's a really good resource. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
So yeah, I would, like I said, I just think like the more that we can share stories, and they don't, like I said, sometimes people are afraid to share their story because it's not in their minds. You guys don't think it's successful enough. but it isn't, because your story can touch somebody in that group. Like, okay, there's where I was, this is where I am, and she's doing it, you know, and that's going to show them that, you know, that it's doable, kind of, you know, sort of, you know, for people and stuff like that. So like I said, Tanya, you know, you've been on it with your own fitness, and I know it's because you started actually doing the whole business side of it and sharing that and making it your job to inspire somebody. So you have been on it every single day with all your injuries, and you know what I mean? So it's like those stories would get like, okay, so I can do this, you know, kind of thing. Oh, you're muted, babe. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Mute me now. Yes. I think one of the funniest things is that you said it a while ago, is that you're still trying to figure out how to be vulnerable on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm loud and everything, but that is still a struggle for me. And like to still like figure out what to say and how to say it, it's still like I get writer's block. I literally just kind of get like, what do I want to say? And then I just don't, and then I shut down.
Yes, and I get that.
So that's my.
But one of the things that's cool about these kind of groups is that it's not so much you have to like create something spectacular or whatever. You just kind of tell your story. You know, nobody can tell your story better, and so all you need to do is just tell your story. Now, if you're not comfortable right away to go live, then you can record it. If you're not ready to go there, you can even write it out. It's just your story, you know, like it's just like where you were at before you became a coach and how you feel now, you know, that kind of thing, you know, whether it could be completely technical. And like, you're right. So I still kind of get that whole, you know, vulnerable thing or whatever. It's a funny story. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the story I shared last week. Was it last week? It was about when Emma tried to fire me, or, you know what I mean? And I told that whole story and how everything happened and stuff like that. And when I posted it, it was like a funny story. It was kind of like motivating, blah, blah. And then I go to Shannon and I was like, oh my God, all the feels came to me because I remembered how it felt when they laid me off. I remembered all that. And I remember how awful I felt. And when nobody would hire me, how awful that felt. And she was like, did you put that in there? And I was like, no, I made it funny. So, I mean, it's a struggle, but I got it out. You know what I mean? I still did it. See, that's the thing. It doesn't have to be, I missed the mark on that. I really, really missed the mark on that. But what does Les Brown says? You know, you shoot for the moon because no matter what, you still hit a star.
Yeah.
I messed up. I should have put that in there. I probably would have been such a better, motivating, heartfelt. People would have been like, oh, yes, I felt it. And it would have been like this STB success story. But no, I didn't. I made it funny. I said, I got this, and told everybody I was the 7th seller in the Western region. You know, so it happened. But I did it.
You did.
I did it. I totally missed the mark, but I still did it. So, you know, I know it's something that I'm continuously trying to work on, and I don't know if I'll ever actually get to that point, but I do have a video that was on the Day today from 2 years ago where I cried on stage. Well, kind of. It was as close as you're going to get. I might share that today. It was already shared on Facebook. My cousin shared it. So
I can really hear you talking.
Oh, am I talking too loud?
I can really. I thought you were dead.
What?
Because I didn't hear you.
You didn't hear me? Okay, well, I'm here. I'm fine. Thank you.
Honey.
Okay, go potty, sweetheart. Thank you for letting me know. We have 5 bathrooms, but he has to come and tell me. Yes.
I saw a movie.
Okay, baby, can you tell me the story about the movie when I'm done with the call with my friends? Thank you. Okay, go poop, sweetheart. I don't know if anybody was on this call a little while ago, and it was like a year ago, and Kason came in and he had poop in his hair. It's recorded somewhere. It is. Yeah. It's good.
That's going to be somebody's going to go back and listen to the message. Like, yeah, go poop.
I know, right? Oh, man. So, I mean, you got to get uncomfortable. You got to miss the mark, you know, but you got to just do it. You know, the only way, right now, especially, Tanya, like now what's going on with the work, you need to step it up a notch. You know, you got to get into the scary zone and mess up and realize, okay, next time I'll do it. And, you know, like you have that.
I was just about to say, can I do it the next month? Because this week, I'm working on my mom's birthday and everything. So that's kind of like, and I actually have like I told you, I got networking event and stuff tomorrow. So I will put my hat in the ring for next month.
All right. Or you could just write up something and post it and not get on. I'm going to push you. I'm sorry. Like, you know, like you just don't know what happens. What if we don't even do it next month because something else comes up? I'm just saying, this is your opportunity. Get your story out there at least once and get it out there, and at least invite like a couple people to come join. You know, that's the thing too. We can, you guys, ladies, we can post. We can have so much amazing stories that we're going to share starting tomorrow. But if nobody invites anybody to this group, it's pointless. You know, that was another thing too. I was wondering, I've seen a lot of people post, and I'm loving the posts and seeing the stuff on IG stories and saying, but is anybody actually talking to people behind the scenes? Are you sending messages to people who like the picture? Are you sending messages to people who give you a love? Like today I went and just let you guys know my picture that I posted yesterday, if you could picture, not one person commented on it, but I had like 20 people like it at that time. And I sent all, if they weren't coaches, of course, but if they weren't coaches, I sent every single one of them a thank you for taking the time to like it. Would you like to be added to my group? You're going to learn more about it. And I added 3 people from those messages. But that only works if you go send the messages out to them. It only works if you're having the conversations behind the scene. I got more conversations going, saying the happy birthdays. You know, like you can post all day long. Yes, go ahead, you can have it. But if you're not having the conversations behind the scary conversations, the inviting conversations, nothing is going to happen. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm working so hard. I post all that stuff. And then I'm going to say, well, did you talk to anybody? Like, you got to talk to people. You have to build that relationship. You have to set yourself apart from everybody. I am new.
So inviting them. Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
So somebody asked right now how to make sure her page is reaching the public. You need to make sure that your security settings on your page are set to public, so that when you post stuff, people can come see it. That's.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Oh, this is the first time I ever used this. It's like, this is so weird. This is so weird. Okay, because basically I still have my private page. So basically the settings are gonna register under my private page and my new page. They're gonna be the same, right?
Yes. Oh, so you have like a business page and in your profile?
Right. I set up social media, so I set up a separate Facebook page.
Okay.
Under public figure.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, and that's public, so people can see that. Now your mission is to be inviting people to come to that page. There's tons of different trainings that you can get on there. Yes, you can have it. Right. To get that going.
Okay, yeah. So I'm doing the STB.
Perfect.
I signed up for that.
Perfect.
So I'm doing that, and I have a temporary cover page on there now, and I'm working with Fiverr, but I think I'm going to work with the French guy, maybe ultimately. But I guess I was inviting certain friends on it, but I want to make sure that, how do I make sure that it gets out further? So it's just basically, do I put something on my private page, my personal page, and say, hey, FYI, like my.
Yes.
My
yeah.
Facebook page? Okay.
Yeah, you put out there, and then you invite people, and as you going through Social Team Builder and module 2, I think, they'll start teaching you exactly how to get more people to go and see it, you know, with the ads or just inviting people, your friends list, you know, just getting people out there. So just, you continue with the modules, and you definitely and do, follow through and do what they say to do while you're doing it, we'll get you rocking and rolling right there. But you definitely want to make sure you have some posts on the page, while you're inviting people.
Yeah, no, I do. I have posts. And I guess the other thing was you guys are talking about doing live video, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I was talking about, starting to, the sneak peek that you were in last month. So we're doing another one starting tomorrow. And so it's the same group that you're already in, but now we just kind of deleted all those videos and we're going to start fresh again tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So if you had anybody that you say, hey, I just started this business, it's okay if you're not interested. I don't want to, mess up with whatever relationship we have, but my team is hosting the same group that got me excited about doing tomorrow. So I'd love to add you if you want to go.
Okay.
T, is this in the Sisters Who Slay group, or?
Say that one more time.
What group? Which group is it?
Oh, it's the Love the Life. What do we call it? Live the Life You Love with a Discount. If you let me get the link right now. But if you look, I shared it in the Team Motivate group, the link, but let me get the link again. I'll put it in the group comments. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. You shouldn't have it on your calendar that I have a team call right now. Okay. I put everything in his calendar. He chooses not to.
Can I watch YouTube?
No, you cannot watch YouTube. Because I already said no YouTube. You can watch Netflix, but you cannot watch YouTube. I'm sorry. Bless you. Close your.
Why?
Because mommy said so.
No, like.
I said no.
Like,
Okay.
I see
So,
it.
okay. Did you see the link?
I see it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So that's the group. And like I said, once you guys are added to that group, literally, you guys, that's the plan is that we're not going to shut that group down. We're just going to keep adding people to
Can you
that.
watch movies?
You can watch Netflix. Yes. Oh, movies. Yes. You can watch movies. Woo. People are going to be seeing these recordings going, they're so organized. They got babies all over the place. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? I really would like I said, more people to share their story. Especially you that you joined from the last sneak peek. How that would have been a good success story for you to at least post something or write something. I'm not sure. How do you say your name? Arsh?
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. That's just my handle. My name's Angela.
Oh, Angela. I was like, I don't really want to mess up your name.
No, I used to live in Sweden, so I do my initials in Sweden. So it's fun.
Oh, okay.
No, my name is Angela. Yeah, I know. I re-upped. I was a coach in 2013, and it just didn't work out for me. And I've always kept in touch with Robin and so forth. So and I decided to re-up. I mean, I started doing triathlons, and then I lost in the last year and a half. I've lost 140, but I got sick, and I had help from my doctor. So basically, one of the things I was hesitant about was the fact that I had to have surgery, but I've always drank Shakeology because I have to do the vegan, and I have to get so much protein in. So I was really concerned about coming back as a coach because, people think, oh my God, did you lose, did you lose all your weight through Beachbody? Well, Beachbody, basically I had to change how I ate. I had to, exercise. Yeah, I had to go through the doctor as well, but I couldn't do it without doing this part. And I think I bought my first Beachbody program, I don't know, maybe 17, 18 years ago. It's been a while. It's when Shalene first came out. So I'm just really trying to get back into it. So the part of, talking to people, because usually, even though I'm in my profession is sales, talking to people to have them join this is a little different. It's much easier talking about, hey, this is my story. I'm much more comfortable saying, hey, this is my story. This is why I'm re-upping for many reasons. I can resonate. Being laid off. I mean, I've been in the corporate world for a long time. My brother's like, maybe you'll work for yourself now and not work for assholes. Excuse my language.
Right? Isn't that nice though?
But I think more importantly is that I worked in the healthcare vertical. And for me, my journey for health is that I see where health is really important, and it affects every aspect of your life, not just, the longevity, but affects how you do your job. It affects how you or how you're able to move physically. It affects you mentally. So for me, I decided to get back into it for those reasons, if I could help inspire somebody else.
And I know many people who have had weight loss surgery or worked with a doctor, and they have not had any results because they didn't have the support, or they didn't have the workouts, or they didn't have the Shakeology. So even though you went that route, which is, but you use that as a tool and not a crutch, and you were able to use the right tools to keep the weight off. So that's, I think I've known like maybe you're the second person that I've known in my life that has had that weight loss surgery, and that has actually, it has been a benefit for them, whether it was the lap band or, whatever, so I think it's really amazing. It's an amazing moving story, because you can get all the surgeries in the world, but if you don't change your lifestyle, nothing happens.
And they tell you that when you do it. I had a very intensive one. I had some major health issues, and I really didn't have any other route. Because I was a triathlete. I started doing triathlons at 286.
Wow.
So, and that was over 2 years ago. I was doing them at my highest weight. But the thing is that it's a tool. You have to move, and you have to eat correctly. It's just no doubt about it. And for me, I've tried the vegan since the vegan Shakeologies came out, and actually they taste better now.
Yes, they do. Amen. Yes, they do.
Wow. The cafe latte one, I was like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Except don't pee, because it makes your pee smells like cafe latte. I think I'm the only person that affects. I drink vegan cafe latte, and I pee, and it smells like cafe latte.
Really? Well, and I think in the beginning was this chocolate and this tropical strawberry. I haven't tried that one again. I don't know if they improved that or not, but I didn't think so. So I buy the packets, because I travel, so I get the chocolate, the vanilla, and the vanilla is actually good, surprisingly so. I'm like, okay, so I'm like, hallelujah, thank the good Lord. So it's like, it's the right amount of protein. And what I did was I took it to my nutritionist at my doctor's office, so that she could, there's a calculation they put it in to make sure that it's hitting all the points as far as all the nutrients and all the protein calculations. I said, look, I'm getting ready to get back on Shakeology. I just want to make sure everything's okay with my protein. And she's like, we did it. She's like, yep, no problem. Looks great. So they blessed it.
Awesome.
They blessed it. So I'm like, and I'm really, really excited about that. So I'm just trying to get back into this more like a business. So I got laid off 3 weeks ago. So I'm like, I'm tired of making everybody else money. I want to make myself some money. But more importantly, I want to be able to help other people. So all this is kind of overwhelming for me in a lot of ways, because it's a lot of stuff to do and to get set up. And I'm kind of ADHD, but was not ever diagnosed like that. So it's like trying to get all that done. But I thought, oh my gosh, this thing is on tonight. I didn't even know, honestly, I didn't even know what this was going to be totally honest with you.
That's okay.
I had an invite. I thought, well, I'm just sitting here. Let me go, come on and see.
Perfect.
It's been really, really helpful to hear what everybody else is doing and how they're expressing, and what they're doing with their businesses. So, because I told myself when I re-up, I'm going to treat this just like I treat a regular sales job.
Yeah, and that is the number one thing that we have to do with this business, is treat it as a business. If you want to be paid like a millionaire, you got to act like this is $1 million business. You have to do those actions that a millionaire would do for their business, regardless if it's, they're opening a Chipotle or, a storage unit. You know what I mean? Is this still a business? We do need to plan and organize and get the word out and do the hard work, that's why, the sending the messages, the making sure that we are getting on the training calls and this calls and, and learning about this stuff. Because, we make the money, but what better way to make the money is that you get to help other people change their lives at the same time. Like, to me, that's why it's the messaging and, all that stuff can be daunting sometimes, because you're just like, oh, I'm doing the same thing over and over again. But that it's that action is going to do what we need to not only help somebody change their life, but to pay our bills. It happens, all that. But you have to get out there, and thank you for getting on. Like, we have this every Tuesday, and basically we have so much training already. And so basically what this call is just a powwow, talk about what's coming up, what we're focusing on, who's going to join, who's going to do this. And so we do this every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. Yes. I'm kind of excited when the time changes, because this is going to move to 7. So it'll be a little bit later for me, because I don't change times. Times change around me since I'm in Arizona. So I'm happy about that. But okay, so I'm really excited. Like I said, we are launching UK. It happens on Thursday. I don't know. I know, like I said, and there was like, your team doing it. I'm like, I just want my team to feel comfortable first before we start talking to somebody in another country. Like, I just want them to feel confident in what they're doing. And I just think the more we're doing, that's why Tanya's going to write up something, and we're going to post it in the next couple of days, right, Tanya? And Donna's going to go live. She's going to make a video.
Yeah.
You're going to make a video?
I love her face.
Awesome.
It was a hot mess last time.
Wait, Donna had this face on. Donna had this look on her face, like, "Aha, Tanya!" And then when you go, Donna, you gonna be talking. She was like, "Oh, that was priceless."
Okay, so Donna, you record a video. You can edit it.
Yes.
Okay, so Donna is going to record and edit. Idalia is just going to set up a call with me. We just need to talk, and you're going to be doing training. Tanya, who's Tanya? I don't see your face on this one. Oh, we had a new person here the whole time. Not sure. Okay, so yes. So those are my assignments, Idalia. We just got to talk. We got to get you into training. We got to get you.
I'm on your calendar right now.
There you go. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, Idalia is my cousin. Okay, so those are my assignments for you guys. I really am excited about this. I do have quite a few UK people that are going to. Like I said, I've been doing the UK thing, but I've been paying for it. I've been doing the ads and stuff like that. It's nothing organic. I don't even know how to do that yet, and until I can do it, I cannot share that. You know what I mean? Hannah, have you gotten anywhere in the UK? Do you have anybody on the UK list or anybody?
No, I don't. I'm like, I need to figure out US before I go to the UK.
Well, that's my thing. It's like, I had somebody ask me that about, another, top coach. I was like, no, I just want my coaches to feel comfortable just doing their things now, because they're like, well, it's just the same type of people. I know it is, but it's scarier than needs to be scary. Like, it's scary enough to do what we're doing right now. And I want you guys to be way more confident and have a good foundation before doing that. And honestly, like I said, I paid for it. I opened my page to, reach more UK people. And so I have more UK people, but, Idalia scheduled. I just got the email. But the more that we're doing this, you guys, ladies, honestly, the more we do this, the more we shoot for the moon and hit a star, the closer we're going to get to that moon. But if we're not doing any shooting, we're not going to do anything. We're never going to get close to it. Never, 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 never. And we're, like I said, like I just shared, I totally, I joined at my end a little. Oh, okay, gotcha. It had an I, so I wasn't used to the I. Tanya, it says TONIA. That's why I thought it was somebody different.
Wait, who's IA?
Oh, Upline Stephanie Rath. I thought that. Sorry, I read that. I said I joined at the end. I thought you meant you joined on your other phone. Sorry, I am so confused. Read, Teresa. Learn to read. Learn to read. I know how to read. I promise. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, got that all taken care of. Anyways, like I was saying, you know what I mean? We're never going to get where we want to go if we don't do something that's scary and fail and fall on our face. That's just, it doesn't work. Nobody successful ever does anything right the first time or the 10th time or just last week. So you just got to do it. Okay, so we're going to get set there. The link to the group is in here. I posted the link in the Team Motivate group if anybody's listening as a recording to join the group. And again, join the group, but honestly, it doesn't do you any justice or us any justice if you just join the group and don't invite anybody in there. Idalia, even if you are not really doing it yet, this is a really good time to let us present the business to somebody you think you'd want to join. You know what I mean? Like this is, say, hey, you know, I'm just starting. I haven't even really had the call with T yet, but they're doing this. Just check it out. You know, and the thing is like not doing as an expectation that they're going to join right away because they're going to be so new to the idea, but at least they're in the group. They can see the stories. They can see the possibility. And then maybe next month, because they'll still be in the group, and then you get ready to tell your story. You know what I mean? So it's just like getting that in there. I definitely, like I said, it doesn't work if it's just all of us in there. Like we need people who actually could be potential new Team Motivate coaches, right? So get to inviting, and they don't have to be there tomorrow. There's no deadline. You know, if they get in later in the evening or on Thursday or whatever, it still works. And yeah, so is that good? Everybody ready? What we do in jiu-jitsu when everybody's getting ready to get the bucket. Oh, by the way, I got slammed on the ground on Saturday. I have never in my life been slammed on the ground by anybody, and the woman slammed me, and I like went boom, and I got choked. So, and I'm going back for more. I just paid $100 to join and $100 for my outfit. Yeah, apparently I like to be thrown around. I did buck a girl too, so I didn't all just get my ass kicked the whole time. Like I
Time to call Corey.
I'm not even here.
You know, I'm hearing handcuffs, I'm hearing other things, but you know.
It's definitely fun to find a thing. Yeah,
less than $100.
I'm like, don't do that. It's gonna conflict with that's just too confusing. Don't do it that way. All right, ladies. I'm so glad you guys got on. Thank you. Nice to meet you, everybody. And I will see you guys next Tuesday, or hopefully I will be seeing you guys in the group this coming week. This week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hey, why not just put a feeler out? Oh, by the way, Donna, because you're here in Tucson, and if you come join us on Saturday, this is what came in the mail. See if I can, hold on, before we end this, because I'm such a dork. And I know that we didn't do too much promoting and team-wide, but I did get this for the UK pub that we might be going to on Saturday. I got like 10 of them so we can take some pictures.
Awesome.
So you gotta go. I'm actually gonna take a picture and pretend that we are like so excited about the UK. So everybody smile. Oh, hold on. Okay, everybody smile. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I got these. I'm a dork. I know. It'll be cool pictures. We can drink some beer. All right, ladies. I will talk to you soon. The recording will be up later on. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.